mantra is it is made up of a number of very dense and intense monologues from outsiders. It's called Inside, but they really are outsiders, these characters.
Inside, or Adentro, by Maria Carolina Quintana. Translation, Maria Teresa Escobar and Maria Carolina Quintana. And Small Talk, Vladimir and Violetta chatting on the internet via instant messenger.
Vladimir Castro.
Timestamp, 1553.
Violetta.
Timestamp, 1552.
What are you doing with your life, Vladimir Castro?
1554.
You spelled my name wrong twice. I'm not doing anything. Was that just small talk, or was there any real interest in the answer?
1756.
It's a question. You're out of a job, or at least you were last time I saw you.
1756.
Yeah, I'm still the same way. It's this crisis.
1757.
And? Are you thinking up projects at least?
1757.
You don't think up projects. You send in your resume all over.
1758.
Why not?
1801.
Because projects is entrepreneur language, and entrepreneur myth is in this country is just that, a myth. The myth smells like this. Enter web address. Look at this, and you get nauseous.
1801.
What a nerd.
1802.
What an idiot.
1802.
I'm out of a job now, and probably forever. So I can only think of projects and throw them around like boomerangs, together with my resume. If they won't give you a job, do something so you're the one to give them to other rats like you.
1804.
Shit! What am I saying? Like my stuck-up college and its programs like entrepreneurship and leadership are eating up my brain.
1805.
The stuck-up colleges are full of entrepreneurs. Nothing to do with the idea of undertaking, but with social conditions of the country where you live and what you need to undertake in Chile, meaning relatives with lots of money and enough to let you have, with enough dollars, enough to let you have some just like that, and contacts to buy your idea. That's how Chile works.
1808.
Shit. I don't want to graduate.
1808.
Nobody wants to, but you have to. But if you have money for a grad program, it's always a good idea.
1809.
What will become of me and my little art degree and a sea full of masters and PhDs that get in like VIPs ahead of the long line of job seekers where I will surely die? Because all the jobs ask for previous experience. How do I get that if no one gives me a chance? I want to do a post-something. But the way things are going, I'll be fucking lucky to get a post-mortem. How do I pay for more education with the salary of, I don't know, a supermarket cashier? My debt is increasing.
1809.
Could be.
1809.
I would be like 40 by the time I could pay for a master's program if I earned 500 pesos per hour. Vladimir, I die!
Smiley face. Frowny face. 1810.
Maybe you'll just have to wait till you're 40.
1811.
You just guess what you're supposed to do. You ought to know, and if you don't, you're in trouble.
1815.
I know that. But for things to work, at least the first thing, I need people to believe in me. Someone. One single being at least. Someone who won't want sex or money or anything back. Does that ever happen?
1815.
Insist. I don't know. I hardly know what I ought to do myself.
1817.
Find out who can be a good entrepreneur of the people at your uni and become a parasite.
1817.
Ha 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 ha. That's terrible advice. What makes you think I can't be that entrepreneur myself?
1817.
It's great advice. I don't know, but I insist. The entrepreneur thing has nothing to do with A, talent, B, intelligence, C, initiative. It has to do with who you know and how much money your family has.
1821.
0. I don't know anyone. I've no influence. So I must accept the resulting poverty in its pure state as benefits my artistic illusion. Which in the past I could always imagine because it was all unreal and far away. But here I am, at Portus, with all those judging fingers beginning to rise. Fuck, I'm gonna have to work at McDonald's, and I'll never earn 1/5 of those 12 million pesos, loans, bad looks invested in my education, in the studies that were going to ensure my future. My future's coming, and it has nothing, but nothing sure about it.
Parallel microthoughts. Characters. Ella. She is an old woman, low middle class, obsessed with Hollywood's old black and white glamorous movies. She has some mental problems. Pedro, he's a boy of around 12 years old. He's wearing a malfunction on his mouth. He's mute, but not deaf. He's wearing a scarf or a thick kerchief. Pedro, Ella, Vladimir, and Violetta are on a public bus. Ella to Vladimir with exaggerated dramatism.
Hello, dear heart. I knew you'd like me to call you that. How did I know that? Because of you. I know you're worried about me, about my agitated when you're in the middle age, worried about to cry, but it's a strategy. You can't even imagine what a terrible song I heard on the radio before leaving this house. I just can't get rid of that melody, and it always makes me cry. Oh, wow. That young man is looking at me. Oh, I can still pull it off, yeah. I knew I had to wear makeup today. I did. Would you like to put your arms around me? Don't you? You want to do that? I want to smell those macho smells trapped in that tight t-shirt. Oh, God. Oh, on your young body, on that body. This body is fighting to get out of that fabric. Don't run away. Just don't stop looking at me. What can I do to get your attention? Oh, there's the tear. I could have been a movie actress. I just see you looking at me, and at just the right moment through that window's reflection, your hand twitches, and it must be your male instinct that makes you want to hug my fragile, feminine figure. You resist, and you ask in a breathless voice.
Vladimir lip syncs, and Ella fakes Vladimir's voice.
Sorry, madam. Are
You okay?
Oh, I look up. I'm not mad, I'm silly. I'm just a little girl, shy, helpless. You love that. Oh, boy. And he wants to take me by my smooth waist and raise me up in the air and unbutton my Catholic school uniform and kiss me the longest kiss in my whole life. How do I tell you that I do not want you to go away, that I loved it when you picked me up after school? This bus, together. How do I tell you that you were just what I've been waiting for all my 18 years of life, and I am willing to give you my most precious virtue because you deserve it. Don't worry. It's the best I can think of. You smile, the bus window. Oh, it's fogging up. Oh, this will be an intense love.
Violetta to Pedro.
What's your name? What's your name?
Pedro still does not answer.
Listen, little weirdo. It's the third time this year we've sat together on the bus. I think it's time for us to talk. I'm stifling in this boiling shit. It's more than 40 degrees in here with the aluminium effect. And you have a scarf on up to your eyes. Please take it off. It's touching my arm, and the wool stifles me, and really, I'm telling you for your own good. People are always staring at you because you look feeble-minded. They all think you're some kind of a terrorist, and they're scared. But I'm not. Is that it? Are you one of those terrorist kids? Do you go around throwing Molotovs at policemen and public buses and innocent people who are trying to protest peacefully at demonstrations? How old are you? 12? For Christ's sake, where are the mothers of these children? Now I understand why my mother was such a monster with me. Kids like you need discipline. I go to demonstrations all the time, and I hate it when kids like you turn everything into a civil war. I bet you don't know anything about the story of education in Chile. Do you know why people are protesting? Do you know anything real and theoretical about anarchy? Name 2 anarchists who are neither El Laucha or El Chunchul from your slum. Oh my God. Why do you look so angry? Do you know why you're dressed like that? Come on, the truth now. Have you ever hit a policeman? Have you ever busted someone's head off?
Silence.
Would you like to?
Vladimir to Ella.
Poor old lady. So humble and sad. Of course, she's a housewife smelling of bleach, food, tobacco, poverty, lack of words, smelling of too many crosswords, newspapers, toast spread with margarine, too much Supremo brand tea, too much unfairness, varicose veins. I see her tired arms, her face, her skin mottled with blobs of wool from her jacket, and the jacket with wrinkles from her face. She breathes, holding in years of anxiety, swallows and gives in, breaks down and sounds exactly like the flashing bone of my clavicle when I got stuck on the railing at 11. I think of that and my hand trembles. So the old woman looks at me as though thinking that I'm about to speak to her or something. She looks at me and she's covered in tears. Oh, shit. I must say something. She's looking... Oh, God. I'm sorry, madam. Are you okay? What a stupid question. Hopefully she'll say, yes, dear boy, my lacrimal isn't working and that's why it waters. Why does she look at me like that? Dear heart. Why did she call me that? Does she know I'm gay? Oh, God. Or does she want me? Oh, geez. She's closed one eye to wink. Oh no, it's closed itself. She must be sick and her eye is falling down. Oh dear, her face is melting or what? Crazy old woman. I'd better get off at the next stop. Anyway, I'm just 2 blocks away from here. I'm going to walk. I can walk.
Violetta to Pedro.
Tell me the truth. Have you ever busted someone's head off?
Silence.
Would you like to? Me? Your mom?
Pedro approves using gestures.
You're a very strange kid. We're gonna be great friends. Come on, follow me.
They get out of the bus.
Thanks for coming with me. Do you see anything? There he is. Look at him. His eyes are closed. Even like that, he looks horrible. His eyes are so small. He's so damn ugly. He's just like a rat. I ought to have broken the window in the living room when I could, when I saw him. When I felt it was time to break his head. Even though the stone had been flung against the glass with my hand, my arm, my heart hanging out, and my cry of hate, drooling and full of pathetic fury, I didn't dare. I had so much ice on me, ice cooling my eyelids. It was only a dead block, like his body that didn't know how to move to the rhythm of my hungry hip. So much fog, and he was inside that house, boiling hot, scorched in that rancid bed where there was no space left for more people. I remember when I saw it. This is too much for you, kid. You better cover your ears.
She hands a pair of gigantic earphones. He puts them on and pretends not to listen.
Son of a bitch! I saw you! I still see you when I close my eyes. It's your body that I know so well. Your body that used to be like an extension of my own. Naked, white, like a stellar pyramid. Your legs open, your beautiful back stuck all over with women's fingernails. Thousands, hundreds of fingernails pulled off complete, rotting, buried in your back, filled with your skin. You're dripping with saliva that isn't mine. You're full of dirt, and before you is a chain of breasts without bodies that stop one by one in your mouth and enter down to your throat until you gag and moan. My heart explodes. It melts like metal and travels in all directions until my stomach and my eyes shrink. Your body arches, your body erect, twice eaten, and you moving 1 second after my mind guessed what awkward movement you're going to do next. Awkward like your body, and the nights of sacrifice when I bore you in the name of a love even worse than your performance. I feel I can see the future. There, next to the statue of the Virgin Santa Patrona of some random city, stands a silly woman who will believe your lies, and you will marry her, and she will cry tears of joy, and you will cry tears of shame, because you know what a big shit of a human you are. She has no clue about what kind of dirty things you like to do with that bunch of pervs that you call friends. You know you'll make her suffer because your insides are rotten and they'll end up smashing her soul. When she finds out what a waste of a life she's had next to you, I pity her. I pity her. I pity your miserable life. What if it was a mistake? If what I saw was not true? What if I forgive you? What if I say that I still love you? I fucking well love you! And I hate myself for my lack of self-pride. You broke me up all over inside, and I still love you!
Pedro throws a stone furiously. A pane of glass shatters right on. They run.
What have you done? Run!